20W Eurodrive, now empowered.
Nobody expected the economy to get better in 2009, and the year certainly lived up to these expectations as the energy crisis deepened and the deadlines for the FIFA World Cup crept ever closer. Engineering News' Real Economy report reflected on all of this and then some. Coming in at number 10 in this year's Top 10 show, we look at South Africa's ability to conduct an over-ocean search and rescue operation. An Air France Airbus crash on June the 1st got South Africans wondering if we would be able to mount such an operation should a disaster of this nature strike our shores. South African Air Force Chief Lieutenant General Carlo Gagiano.
We don't have the high-tech equipment for search and rescue that's been utilized with the Air France accident as we speak. But we have systems to be able to cover most of that area. However, this is an identified gap, and very soon we will start a project in order to beef up our surveillance and equipment to be able to do search and rescue in this environment.
The Real Economy report braved the Johannesburg inner city and visited sections of Hillbrow that are being upgraded through an alternative urban regeneration model. Hillbrow has developed notorious characteristics of crime and grime, but Josie Adler has helped establish the Ekaya neighborhood. This is an association of property owners and their property supervisors and caretakers who have been working since 2004 in the area of Lower Hillbrow to try and establish an environment in which their businesses can operate successfully. At number 8 is the story of the South African Air Force's new BAE Systems Hawk fighter trainers, which have all been delivered and are now in service. The Hawks are operated by the 85 Combat Flying School and are part of a whole new integrated training system. The training system includes sophisticated simulator systems and classrooms. The Hawks have replaced the old Atlas Impala trainers that served the Air Force for some 40 years. Number 7 is all about Medupi, a massive new coal energy complex rising out of the Limpopo bush. The Medupi power station being built in Lephalale is 4 times the size of the Gautrain and 6 times the expenditure of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Eskom's Chief Officer for Generation, Brian Doms, is enthusiastic about the project.
The 120 billion investment going into this part of the country, we're doubling this town's GDP, and we're building, as far as I'm concerned, a brand new town out here.
The South African-built electric car Joule, which could unlock the country's battery industry, comes in at number 6. Zero-emission electric vehicles are being punted as the future of the automotive industry. Cars run by batteries, which are charged by using a simple wall plug instead of petrol or diesel, have made several governments gear up for their launch and expected expansion. South Africa is also developing its own electric vehicle in the form of the Joule, which developer Optimal Energy hopes to start producing in 2010. At number 5, the National Energy Regulator of South Africa, or NERSA, is confident renewable energy targets can be met. South Africa has set a renewable energy target of 10,000 gigawatt hours by 2013, which NERSA feels can be easily achieved with assistance from the Renewable Energy Feed-in Tariff. Timbani Bakula, NERSA's electricity generation member, seems optimistic.
I think that we will meet the 2013 target and probably even exceed it.
The start of the first phase of the Ria Vaya Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT system, comes in at number 4. The Real Economy report was on board. BRT systems are seen as a fresh answer to increasing inner city congestion and pollution. And now the people of Johannesburg have the opportunity to step into their own homegrown BRT system. City of Johannesburg member of the Mayoral Committee for Transport, Rihanna Musaji, explains how the system works.
The dedicated lanes and stations really mean that we give priority to public transport and that people are not spending time climbing 4 stairs onto a bus, then paying the bus driver, then waiting for change. All of that happens, in fact, as the passenger enters the system. Tickets are bought at stations or vendors, and really the rapid part comes from the rapid alighting and access.
Mechem, part of the state-owned defence industrial group Denel, is remanufacturing the veteran Casper mine-protected vehicles for sale to export customers. Our third most popular Real Economy Report story for the year details the veteran South African mine-protected vehicle's new lease of life. MECM Chief Executive Ashley Williams explains.
So when the war against terror started, there was a need again for protected vehicles, not only ballistic but also mine-protected. And MECM then saw that there was quite an old stock of Caspers still available within South Africa of ex-SANDF and ex-SAPS vehicles. And then we started with a program of having these remanufactured, which basically means that we strip it right down. That's just the hull. The hull is sandblasted and it is then built up with new components, and it's almost a new vehicle. It's just the hull of the old vehicle that we'll then use. And then these vehicles we are selling mainly into Africa and mainly in the peacekeeping role for the different forces in Darfur, Somalia and these other countries where there's still quite a big threat at this stage.
Our second most watched Real Economy Report story for 2009 was all about South Africa's first water and energy autonomous house. Rising costs of electricity and proposals from power utility Eskom for more increases in the next 3 years have many homeowners wondering how they can reduce energy consumption. International Solar Energy Society Scientific Committee co-chair Professor Dieter Holm spoke to the Real Economy Report about the benefits of living in an energy-efficient home.
If you want to live that way, it doesn't mean you have to live a Spartan life. This house has all the mod cons in it. The quality of life is, in fact, it's much superior because you can both enjoy nature and have comfort, indoor comfort, without the need for artificial heating or cooling.
We end the year on a high note. Our most popular Real Economy Report story for 2009 celebrates the biggest event to grace the shores of our continent, the FIFA World Cup. Dennis Ndaba was at the Soccer City Stadium roof-wetting celebration earlier this year. The 89,000-seater African Calabash-inspired stadium will host both the opening and final matches of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Building the stadium required 90,000 cubic meters of concrete, about 10,000 tons of reinforcement steel, 9 million bricks, and 13,000 tons of structural steel. The stadium has a double layer of fabric roof and required 32,400 fiber cement panels to complete the Calabash-inspired design of the facade. That's it from this year's Real Economy Report team. Log on next year for more news and updates on the economy and the best South Africa has to offer in the fields of science and technology.
Prima Media's engineering news has delivered unmatched insight into the real economy. For breaking news, visit engineeringnews.co.za. The Engineering News, not just for engineers.